Hello, and welcome to the Mid-Ohio Valley Public Forum video podcast. I'm Jennifer Bryant.
And I'm Kim Van Ryn.
And we're your co-hosts. The pandemic has changed life quite a bit in our country.
And this is an election year. So one of the things that's changed is that candidates are not able to get out and campaign the way they always have. So we're hoping this podcast will help you to learn about the candidates and make a more informed decision when you vote.
And Election Day is just around the corner. Early voting begins Wednesday, October 21st. It runs through the 31st. Then comes Election Day, Tuesday, November 3rd. That's the last possible day to vote. Podcasts are available on multiple platforms, our Facebook page, our Twitter and YouTube, or by searching Spotify or your favorite podcast outlet for MOV Public Forum.
Good evening. This evening we're interviewing Mark Meredith. Mark is an official write-in candidate for Mayor of Parkersburg. Welcome, Mark. We're so glad you could join us this evening.
Thanks for having me.
Well, take just a minute and give us a short introduction for those who may have missed our conversation with you that we had during the primary. We're going to link that down in the comments for them. But go ahead and give us a short introduction on who you are and why you decided to run for office.
Sure. My name is Mark Meredith. I'm 52 years old. I've been a resident of Parkersburg for 26 years. I've lived in Wood County for 50 years out of 52. And I'm running for mayor because in the last several years, I've seen a serious decline in the city, increased crime, and I'm concerned about the types of jobs that we have available. And I'd just like to see all those things turned around.
Well, we take for granted that you're running for mayor in order to benefit the people of Parkersburg. What are the three major issues that you see facing Parkersburg?
Well, three major issues I see facing Parkersburg are, again, the increased crime, jobs, and the blight in the city. So right now, 25% of all the people in the city of Parkersburg are at or below the poverty rate, okay? That's a problem. There's a lot of blight in the city, and that's a problem. I mean, that's a tax on city resources with a lot of fires in the wintertime. Couple that with the drug problem that we've had, and it seems to have spiked. Then you have people squatting in buildings, trying to keep warm, looking for shelter, and those buildings catch on fire. And it's also a place, I'm sorry, to go for illegal drug activity. And so we need to take care of that. It looks bad for the city. And also, it's like I said, it's a tax on city resources. And the third thing I would mention would be just jobs, jobs for people in the city. It seems like a lot of the jobs that are in the area, unless you have a factory job or you work at a hospital or for a law firm or a doctor's office, there's really not a lot of other types of work out there that pays well. A lot of it is service industry work, which there's nothing wrong with that. We need waitresses, we need cashiers, we need janitors, we need, all different types of people to do the jobs that are out there. But there also has to be, a living wage attached to that. There should be better pay for the people that are doing those jobs. And it seems like, that's a problem that's not uncommon. It's common everywhere. It's not just unique to Parkersburg, but I'd like to see more jobs, more high-skilled jobs or semi-skilled jobs in Parkersburg for people who want them.
Well, those are huge issues. And often we hear politicians, they're able to identify the issues, but what really matters is the solution. Do you have some ideas of how you would deal with those problems? Sure.
So as long as I've lived here, I've always heard that, well, we could have got this or we could have gotten that. We missed the opportunity here, we missed an opportunity there. And I find it really hard to believe that we always just missed it by that much, that we didn't have the infrastructure that we didn't have a skilled workforce or the economy shifted. You know, I think it comes down to leadership and working together at the state and the county level, and working with industries and companies that want to come to Parkersburg. And so I think that is something I would really focus on. And so I'll give you some examples. So as far as education, a great way I think to make us more marketable is to start very early. There's companies out there that offer, what do I want to say, a way you could open up a mathnasium, let's say, or coding for kids, you know, starting very early so that we're training children to work with today's technology. And those would be businesses that could be put in right downtown. They could operate similar to a daycare, but they would also have an educational component, okay? We've got a resource right next to us, the river. You know, we've got the Little Canal River and we've got the Ohio River, and we should take advantage of that. That's a huge opportunity for tourism. So that would create jobs, that would bring people to the area, and all the ancillary businesses that would be created from tourism would boost the city's bottom line. And just trying to figure out unique solutions to create jobs downtown. So those are a few ideas I have.
Well, Mark, voters don't often get the opportunity to meet candidates and get to know them on a personal level. So we'd like to take an opportunity to get to know you, Mark Meredith, as a person rather than Mark Meredith, the candidate.
Okay. Okay, well, go ahead, I'm sorry.
What would you say you're most passionate about?
What would I say I'm most passionate about? In what area, I guess? What do you mean when you say I'm most passionate? I guess I'm passionate about Parkersburg. I wouldn't be running. I care about the people around me. I know that they are dealing with the same things I'm dealing with. So if they're seeing it, I'm seeing it, and vice versa. So, you know, that bothers me, because I think about how that impacts a family, you know, on a day-to-day basis. You know, maybe mom and dad don't have a good job and the kids are kind of left to themselves because mom and dad are just trying to make it through the day to pay the bills, you know. And so there needs to be more opportunity, I think, for people in the area, something to look forward to. It's tough to look forward to next year or next month when you're just trying to make it through the day. So I guess I'm really passionate about that. I care about other people, and I want to see everybody do well.
Well, Mark, what qualities do you most value in the people around you?
So if in a working relationship, you know, at work, I would say someone who can take the ball and run with it. You know, you don't want someone that you have to stand over top of and make sure they're doing the work, but at the same time, you want someone that communicates with you and lets you know how things are going, you know, that they're your eyes and ears out there. And so working with people like that, of course, would be beneficial, but you know, maybe you don't always have that. So building people up and giving them the opportunity to get to that point. You know, a good leader gets their people to the next level. That's what I've always said. So if you can take someone and get them to the next level, that's a benefit to you. That helps you. It's a benefit to them because that increases their skill level. And the next time when you ask them to do a task, they're able to do it without you holding their hand. So those are the type of people I'd want to work with. Someone who's teachable, of course, but you know, also has initiative to kind of to go and run with the idea also.
What do you enjoy doing in your off time?
I like woodworking. I mentioned in the last interview, I build furniture. I've got a wood carving machine in my basement. I do CNC wood carving when it's running. We're just working around the house. I know a lot of people find that strange. You know, housework to a lot of people is probably one of the last things they want to do, but I actually enjoy doing that. So, you know, just fixing up my home, spending time with my kids. I have 2 children. One of them's actually in from college right now, so that's important to me. You know, just spending time with my wife and kids and working on the house, I guess.
Well, with that, we'd like to give you a few minutes to tell us and the voters anything else you think we need to know, including information about your write-in candidacy and how that works, how to get more information on your campaign, get involved, get in touch with you, donate, get a yard sign, etc.
Sure. So I am running as a write-in candidate, and when you go to the polls, you will actually have to write my name in if you want to vote for me as Mayor of Parkersburg. If you're not sure how to spell my name, they will have a list at the polling places. You can ask for that at the polling place, and they will give you the names of the candidates that are write-ins. As far as more information on my campaign, you can go to my Facebook page, which is Meredith for Mayor 2020 on Facebook. There's several posts there, several videos. Most of them are only 25 to 45 seconds long, so you can go there and view those. You can get yard signs from me if you like, and if you want to put them in your yard, I do have yard signs. And as far as the campaign and the things that I want to accomplish, you know, like I said before, a lot of these ideas go hand in hand and they kind of feed on each other. So increasing tourism, increasing jobs, increasing tourism dollars, decreasing blight, making the city more marketable so we can create jobs downtown and across the city. And also doing something that gets the next generation ready for the job market and makes us more marketable when a business is looking to locate here. And I think we have to start early and do that. All those things kind of feed off of each other and go hand in hand. I think right now we're kind of going in the opposite direction. We've got a lot of blight, we've got a lot of crime, we've got a lot of drug use, and those things also unfortunately feed off of each other and it becomes a vicious cycle. So if we don't reverse that, we're going to have a real problem here. I know the census just came out and we've lost more people again. And that's important because the amount of money that the city receives is also based on our current population and what's in the census. So it means that we're receiving less money, and that hurts us. When you have your tax base shrinking and shrinking because businesses are leaving, that hurts us. And then more people leave, that hurts us. So I want to reverse all that. I want to change that trend. I want us to go in the opposite direction of that. And I'd ask for your vote when you go to the polls and write me in. Mark Meredith for mayor. Thank you.
Well, Mark, thank you so much. We appreciate you joining us this evening and helping the voters to learn more about you.
Sure.
Good luck with your campaign.
All right. And thanks for the opportunity. I really appreciate this. You know, it's been tough, as everybody knows, to get out there and campaign with COVID-19. So this is a great opportunity to get the message out, and I really appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Well, thank you for joining us this evening, and everyone stay safe and remember, wash your hands.
All right. Thank you.